I will promise you this, that if we have not gotten our troops out by the time I am president, it is the first thing I will do. I will get our troops home. We will bring an end to this war. You can take that to the bank.
Just send your cash.
There are a lot of people who lie and get away with it.
Osama bin Laden, Osama bin Laden, bin Laden, Osama bin Laden, bin Laden, Osama bin Laden, bin Laden, bin Laden, bin Laden, bin Laden, Osama bin Laden, bin Laden. September the 11th, September the 11th, September the 11th, September 11th, September 11th, September 11th, September 11th, September 11th, September 11th.
September 11th, September 11th.
September 11th, September 11th.
September 11th, 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 2001.
I have not suggested there's a connection between Iraq and 9/11.
You have said in the past that it was, quote, pretty well confirmed.
No, I never said that.
Okay. I
never
think
said
that is...
That's absolutely not. What I said was, it's been pretty well confirmed that he did go to Prague and he did meet with a senior official of the Iraqi intelligence service.
There are a lot of people who lie and get away with it.
Saddam Hussein, Saddam Hussein,
Saddam Hussein.
Saddam Hussein,
Saddam Hussein.
Saddam, Saddam, Saddam,
Saddam.
Saddam, 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 Saddam,
Saddam Hussein.
Saddam Hussein aids and protects terrorists, including members of Al-Qaeda. Secretly and without fingerprints, he could provide one of his hidden weapons to terrorists or help them develop their own.
According to U.S. intelligence,
U.S. officials say that U.S. officials here say, these officials here at the White House tell us, trust me.
Saddam Hussein has gone to elaborate lengths, spent enormous sums, taken great risks to build and keep weapons of mass destruction.
Some people say, supported by Iran.
Some say, I've heard a couple people say.
Some say, some people say, some people say, some people say, some people say.
Some people say.
Well, some people say, some people say.
Some say it.
Some people say. Some are saying. Some people say. There's some people who say something that is not major has already happened. Those are his words.
Some people say it's exploitive. What do you say to that?
Before September the 11th, many in the world believed that Saddam Hussein could be contained. The regime is seeking a nuclear bomb.
There are a lot of people who lie and get away with it.
Well, it was a bit of a mixed reaction.
A mixed reaction with audible gasps and actually some boos from the crowd. Gasps and boos from conservatives at CPAC. Audible gasp and even some boos from the crowd.
Audible gasps and some boos from the crowd.
What did Iraq have to do with what?
The attack on the World Trade Center.
Nothing. Just send your cash.
War and danger.
Continuing danger.
Hour of danger. Very, very dangerous world.
A grave new threat.
Horrific acts of atrocities.
Murderous regimes,
Dedicating to killing us.
tyranny, and terror.
Slaughtered thousands.
Weapons of mass destruction.
Weapons of mass destruction.
Weapons programs,
the deadliest of weapons.
terrible weapons, nuclear weapons,
Nuclear weapons.
Poison gas.
torture chambers, mass graves,
Deadly technologies.
radical ideology of hate.
Get stuck in Iraq.
Just send your cash.
Terror threats.
Terror,
Terror.
terror.
War on terrorism.
War against terrorism.
Global war on terror.
Global terrorism. 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 Terrorism. Terrorism.
Terrorism, terrorism.
Terrorism. Terrorism. Terrorism. Terrorism. Terrorism.
The evil terrorists. Terrorists, 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 terrorists,
Terrorist, 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 terrorist.
Terrorist.
terrorists,
Terrorists. 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 Terrorists.
I want you to listen to me. I'm going to say this again. I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
The evil ones have sparked an interesting change in America, I think.
But here you have the Johnny Appleseed of terrorism wandering the country with his little sack of anthrax.
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 Anthrax. Anthrax. Anthrax. Anthrax. Anthrax. Anthrax. Anthrax. Anthrax. Anthrax.
Anthrax.
Anthrax.
Anthrax.
Anthrax.
Anthrax.
Anthrax. Anthrax. Anthrax. Anthrax. Anthrax.
Anthrax.
Anthrax.
Anthrax.
Anthrax.
Anthrax.
Deadly anthrax. Kill any anthrax.
Anthrax fighting drug antibiotics.
Antibiotics.
Antibiotics. Anthrax vaccine.
Smallpox vaccine.
That's right, he said smallpox.
Smallpox vaccine.
That's right, he said smallpox.
Back to anthrax. Cure for anthrax.
Die from anthrax.
Cure for anthrax.
Die from anthrax.
One of the things that President and I will do is to make sure your money is spent wisely.
Swine flu.
Swine flu. Swine flu virus.
Swine flu. Swine flu. Swine flu.
Swine flu.
Swine flu. Swine flu. Swine flu.
Swine flu.
Swine flu.
Swine flu.
Swine flu. Swine flu. Swine flu. Swine flu.
Swine flu.
Swine flu.
Swine flu. Swine flu. Swine flu.
Swine flu.
Swine flu.
Swine flu. Swine flu.
Swine flu.
The deadly swine flu.
Human swine influenza.
Died from swine influenza.
Swine flu's here.
Read my lips.
Officials are stumped.
I hate to sound like everyone else sounds. I want to hear it. but I was surprised. Puzzle, puzzle, puzzle. All the words you've been hearing. That's what leaves me really just kind of heartbroken. Oh, Robin, it's so horribly unfair. I feel like crying. This is heartbreaking to myself to be puzzling. I think there's a lot. That's the White House talking point, Ari.
Renewed hostile actions against United States ships on the high seas in the Gulf of Tonkin have today required me to order the military forces of the United States to take action in reply.
Well, I'm not a crook.
In this, I dare not depend upon my personal sympathy as a longtime friend of the former president, nor my professional judgment as a lawyer. Now, therefore, I, Gerald R. Ford, have granted, and by these presents do grant, a full, free, and absolute pardon unto Richard Nixon.
Beginning this moment, this nation will never use more foreign oil than we did in 1977. Never.
We're trying to get unemployment to go up, and I think we're going to succeed.
They had kids in incubators, and they were thrown out of the incubators so that Kuwait could be systematically dismantled.
We all know politicians are always fudging the truth, and that isn't it.
Right now, they can walk into any gun shop, any pawn shop, any gun show, anywhere in America, and buy a handgun.
If this were a dictatorship, it'd be a heck of a lot easier. Just so long as I'm the dictator.
I'll make our government open and transparent so that anyone can ensure that our business is the people's business.
You were both in Skull and Bones, the secret society. It shows people we can't talk about.
You both were members of Skull and Bones, a secret society at Yale. What does that tell us?
Not much, because it's a secret. There are all kinds of secrets, Tim.
The very word secrecy is repugnant, for we are opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy.
Third time I've said that. I'll probably say it 3 more times. See, in my line of work, you got to keep repeating things over and over and over again for the truth to sink in, to kind of catapult the propaganda.
There are a lot of people who lie and get away with it.
I wish I could tell you more pertinent news, but we're in a rating system here, and the key factor is sensationalism. They've got you running in circles 9 to 5, then 5 to 9. You're mine. I tell you what they want you to know, and you consider it the truth. Nobody is opening their eyes. Our global economy is depleting the world of our lives and natural resources. And are you happy? Come on! I work for the system.
What can they do to you? Whatever they want. They can set you up, they can bust you, they can break your fingers, they can burn your brain with electricity, blur you with drugs so you can't walk, can't remember. They can take your child, wall up your lover. They can do anything, and you can't blame them from doing. How can you stop them? Alone, you can fight, you can refuse, you can take what revenge you can, but they roll over you.